Hello everyone, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. Yes, we are back, yes, we will be back, and we will always be here. To start out, it's really late. Not really late, late for me. I don't know, I was trying to see if there was a jump button. I was going to jump on top of the car. I'm really tired. It's been a busy week at work, but I'm here making videos for you, so you can enjoy. So if it's bad, that's why, totally. Let's jump right in and find out what our wrong button. What is our power? It's me again. I've got more cash. I need new brakes because I've almost crashed about 4 times. Alright, so brake pad job. Simple enough. Time consuming, but you know what? Let's go ahead and... Do they want... I assume they want brakes all the way around. It doesn't really say. I forgot where our computer's at. Last episode we upgraded, got a new shop, a little 3-bay garage with a very tall building in the... well, a few tall buildings. So we moved to upscale. No longer in the small shack we were in. So we've done well enough for ourselves. I'm not quite sure what... I mean, we have a lot of money, but there's not a whole lot you can do with it. Other than, I guess, upgrading stuff. You know what, let's start looking at this. Sure. Yes. Yeah, one of those two. Yeah, one of those. 1,000, alright. We'll do level 2 on everything. And click button. Alright, we've upgraded. One random part will be instantly examined. 2% discount in car shops. 5% more income. 10% faster unbolting. Alright. Okay. Now we just need brake pads. We're gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That should be good. That's 2 pads per corner. Because there's an inner pad and an outer pad. Remove this. Yeah, like I said, it's been a busy week at work. Just nothing particular, just lots of work coming in. I've got a car in my bay right now that's in the air that needs a crank pulley installed. Or replaced, because it broke, so the accessories don't turn correctly. It's kind of weird. There's like an inner hub to the crank pulley that bolts directly to the crankshaft, and then 40%, it still works. They need all new parts, but apparently they're not worried about it if they're having to save up cash to get brakes, which is a safety concern, considering they said they've crashed several times now. Or almost crashed. Yeah, the inner hub of the crank pulley, it's a first gen of the new Mini. It's the supercharged model. The inner hub, and then there's an outer hub that's, for some reason, there's just a thin layer of rubber inside that holds, not really holds, but drives those two together, and that can just wear out easily over time. The customer complaint was that their car shut off and their check engine light was on, and I found a fault for, what was it? Oh, the throttle, God, it's late, I can't think straight. What is that thing called? The throttle body. Something with the throttle body had a calculation fault, and what that was is it was basically wasn't getting the right mix, because the supercharger should put out a certain amount based on the crank speed. But the problem was the crankshaft wasn't spinning at the same speed that the supercharger was, because the supercharger wasn't... Someone's touching me. The belt wasn't turning the supercharger as quickly as the crankshaft was turning. So, basically a calculation fault when they're not turning at the same speed, and it just throws a red flag, and that's a common thing with the older Minis. Then after that, there's an oil solenoid valve. It's just a valve that's inside the oil pan that has a wire that comes out of it, and that assembly can leak, so we install a jumper wire and push the original wire into the oil pan, so you basically just got a wire sitting in the bottom, but it works. So I've got to fix that. What's weird is that the oil from that leak from the solenoid valve can travel uphill into the engine wiring harness, and in extreme cases can travel through the engine wiring harness all the way to the DME, or the ECU, the car's computer brain. Oh, wrong button. Alright, so we fixed their brakes. I want to get rid of these brake pads since my inventory's all filled up with them. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do that, and because I'm updating, or the new part for the engine wiring harness includes, it's like an updated part, and you have to change the thermostat housing because the electrical connectors are different. So that's a big job. Okay, my car clatters when I drive in the morning, but the sounds disappear after about 15 minutes. Could you do something about it? It's really annoying. Perform test drive, replace all damaged parts. Okay. If you ever hear a complaint of, or if you have a car that only does something in the morning, it's usually temperature related. We don't have to test drive. Can we? Oh, well, it says perform test drive, so we need to do that. Here it is. Right. I have to remember how to drive the car. This part's always really loud in my headset. Yeah, it's usually temperature related. Woo! Understeer, hello. Ooh! Bad driving. Oh, gosh. This is hard to drive. You have to use the WASD to do it. Oh, okay. This one might need brake pads. Oh, they counted it. Alright. I suck at this part. Here we go. Woo! Close enough. There we go. Nice section there. Here's where we're gonna see it's gonna have the clump here. Basically what we would do is set the car out, let it sit. When you come into work the next day, it would have sat overnight and gotten cold again. So you drive it at that point and see what the problem is. Alright, let's get this one in the air and see what the problem is. Yeah, and next week's going to be busy as well, because Monday I have a car coming in that don't see any. The gearbox is yellow, but it's not red. The tires, guess it won't let me. Yeah, that's 70. I want to check the springs. Okay, we can't. Not without removing them. Okay, so let's take it to here and see if that changes. Not here. Here. The diagnostic path. This will check the suspension components. Front wheels, hold the brakes. I think. Yeah. There we go. Alright, front brakes are fine. Monday, when I go back to work. Oh no, Tuesday! I have a 3-day weekend coming up. I'm extremely excited. So you, viewers, can expect plenty of videos. Yeah, plenty of videos next week. And for the next week or two, because I'll record a bunch over this long 3-day weekend. I just have to make it through tomorrow. This video is recorded Thursday night and will be out Friday night. So as you see this, I will be on my 3-day weekend. So, alright, well, 70 in the back. It's temperature related, which makes me think it's something that has to do with temperature. Maybe a bushing issue. I'm really thinking gearbox, though, but they said it's something about a clunk. Let's look at the RO again. Clatters when I drive in the morning. That doesn't really narrow it down. I would need more than that. But let's put it in the air and see if that helped. Let's show parts condition. Let's actually hide the body. Make this a little easier. Alright. So we've done suspension testing. So we can look on the outside. What is that? Oh, I think that's the reservoir. The coolant. It's alright back here. Yeah, everything's looking alright back here. Let's check the bushings. That one's... Oops. I don't want to do that. And everything up front looks... Ooh. I don't know, this one may throw me for a loop. These bushings look alright. Lower control arms are fine. The brakes were fine according to the test. It's view parts condition. 78%. 76. None of that's low enough to cause concerns. I'm looking for something red. Oh boy. Yeah, this one's gonna throw me for a loop. Clatters. Oops. What if it just needs an oil change? Cause that can happen too. How you'd view the condition of something like that. What's the... Stop it. 71%. So... Put the oil cap back on. Well... Let's go a little further. Oh, you can see the strut tops there. That was coolant in that jug. These are geared very much like Volkswagens. But that's alright. It's something I'm familiar with. Alright. Let's do an OBD2 check. See what comes up. Oh, man. 6,700% checking errors. Checking errors. Finalizing. Done. Okay, now let's close the door. Let's get a better look inside, and that didn't help at all. Oh man. This one's throwing me for a loop. It really is. It's just... It's... And I can't do anything with... Can I... Oh, wait. Is it full? Or empty? Does that mean it's full? Forgot, it's been a while since I've done an oil change. Sure, maybe it was just low on oil. Oh, okay. So put that back on. I wonder if... That wouldn't have been oil, because they would have... No, that's not it. They would have said, what's the condition of this tire here? No. 73%. That's fine. I don't. Hang on. This is driving me crazy. Yes, I'll sell this old used spark plug. I'll just do this to get rid of most of it. Oh, yeah, these are all those shock absorbers I bought. The wrong ones. Always check your parts before you buy new ones. Okay. Man, I tell you what, this one's throwing me for a big loop. Wait, perform the test drive. Let's check our RO once again. Alright, we perform the test drive. Repair damaged parts. Clatters when I drive in the morning. The sounds disappear after about 15 minutes. It's not giving us a repair option. It's gotta be something small that I'm not seeing. Let's hide the body. Help us view a little. I don't. Nothing there. That rotor's, but that wouldn't be temperature related. The gearbox. I wonder if it's. You can't view inside though. No. Let's go here. I wonder if it's. I don't think it has anything to do with the exhaust. 70%. 88%. 75%. Oops, too far. No, it's not that. Man, I'm just lost here. Nothing inside that wheel. That spring's fine. That spring's fine. The shock absorbers are both fine. Those rear bushings are all fine. That caliper's fine. I'm just gonna pull the tranny. I'm gonna pull the transmission and see if it's something inside of there. I don't know what it wants. I mean, all these parts are 75% or so. Nothing's red. The fuel pump's fine. The gearbox is yellow, but I don't think that's it. Let's just, I don't know, I mean, luckily we don't have to pay labor, so. Oh, really? Can I cheat through this? I don't want to do all this work. Can I skip? Oh, the wheel's gotta come off. Alright, take the wheel off. It's a lot of work for exploring. Now I can take this off. The axle nut. I gotta take that one off. Maybe in doing this I'll figure it out. Yeah, nothing's bad though. I can't figure it out. It's throwing me for a big loop here. Alright, let's pop this axle out. Let's get this axle nut here. Let's pull the... Alright. Way to pull a starter. Temperature related. Maybe temperature related. Well, I mean, that's all it can be. Why it would only work or only do it in the mornings and not. Well, that was a waste. What is that? That's fine. Everything's good here. Darn it. I hope I don't have to look up a walkthrough. Oh. Don't forget the starter. There we go. Starter's in. Yes, so Tuesday, after my nice long weekend, I get to go to work. And in the US, we use miles, in case you're watching from elsewhere. I have a car with 11,000 miles, which is 20-something thousand kilometers on the vehicle. And it's, when you're between acceleration and deceleration, like coasting, when the transmission's only like halfway loaded, it's not a full load from, you know, full acceleration, and it's not freewheeling like deceleration. No. Install. Oh, I gotta put the... Okay, I got it. There's a whining from the differential, which is internal to... It's a front-wheel drive vehicle, so it's internal to the transmission, or transaxle. So... I'm completely lost here. Completely lost. The strut tops are fine. Everything's yellow. Nothing's red. I don't... Is that subframe? Does that have... Can you remove the whole subframe from the rear? Inspect. Inspect. Oh good, that didn't... Whew, I hit something wrong. Can you? Can I remove that? No? It doesn't say anything. Okay, maybe it's just integral and you can't remove it. I'm so lost. No idea what they're wanting here. No idea. 79%, 87%. There's... It's driving me crazy though. I don't want to end an episode on a not know what I'm doing. This is driving me crazy. I can't figure out... This subframe doesn't remove, no. What was the... I think we looked at that and it was fine. Drive axle. How about the sway bar? Can we... Well, we checked the end links and the end links are good. Is there... Okay, there's no bushing in the back. I'm totally lost as to what they want here. I don't have any idea. Really? Probably a crack in the exhaust manifold. You have got to be kidding me. Oh boy. That's really... Yeah, anyways, I was saying, so next week I get to put a transmission in a pretty much brand new vehicle. Alright, let's get an exhaust manifold. Alright, well, it's only a 4-cylinder, so that's what we need. Well, at least we figured it out. That's, I'm gonna sleep better tonight because of that. Alright, what's got to come off first? Don't tell me the whole exhaust. Oh, jeez, the whole exhaust has to come out. See, this is where real life is not applicable to this. Because what I would do in real life is separate right here. And then that'll move out of the way a little bit, because the exhaust doesn't bolt directly to the car. It's usually on like a rubber hanger that just sort of hangs from the vehicle. That's not quite the case here. So, let's just start tearing apart. Except I have to go here first. And I, for some reason, keep clicking off the screen. Luckily, it's not messing my recording up. That would suck. Never had that issue before either. Yeah, so it's been a pretty productive week for me. I've had a few of those oil solenoid valve jobs. A couple of them you had to put an engine wiring harness in. None with the computer. They haven't gone that far. I had one that didn't go into the harness, so I've done that. I had one car where the valve cover was leaking, not leaking oil. It was like a vacuum leak. Because of the positive crankcase ventilation system, the valve covers on the specific car I was working on tend to go bad over time, and this one did just that. So I had to replace it, and after doing that, something with the pressure... I gotta go up top for this. Oh, no, don't quit the game. Something with the pressure caused... the turbocharger has a metal oil line. It's the oil supply line for the turbocharger. And that one... Oh, there's a lot of bolts here. I mean, there's a lot of bolts in the real ones, but usually not this many. It's not 4 per cylinder. But for the car I was working on, the turbocharger is about right here. Because it's connected to the exhaust manifold. It was about right here. There's an oil supply line that goes off of the top, down behind all of this, and then bolts to the block about here. So you had to remove the exhaust manifold, all the shielding around it. Actually, the exhaust manifold and the turbocharger are separate. There's a catalytic converter that's right here that runs underneath the engine. So I had to take all that out to get it up. Okay, now let's go installation. Brand new exhaust manifold. So I want to go ahead and level up the bolts because these bolts take forever. Not really forever, but just the fact that you have to bolt them in, it takes a while. In a real shop, we use these amazing things called air tools, which is just air powered and you know, everything's done extremely quick compared to standing there using traditional wrench or even a ratchet. It's just so slow. But that makes the jobs much easier. Alright, so about the time we get done with this, it'll be time to end the episode. I know, you're so sad. It's gonna end. I know, you don't want it to end. I don't want it to end either. Why did I gotta go up here. Again, the catalytic converter, which is way back here, has to be installed here, not in the back. But yeah, I really enjoy this series, and I like... Oh, I can do it from here? Sweet! Oh, I guess it's the whole underbody. Awesome. Wonder why they give me the option to pick when there's only one option. Maybe if I forgot to buy a new one. I don't know. Yeah, I like this series. Lets me talk about things at work and working on vehicles, and you know, it's what I do for a living. It's what I do for fun. you know, I enjoy it, so sharing it with you guys is cool. It's nice to have someone to talk to about it, because I don't like talking to people at work about work, because they're all in the same boat, and sometimes I have to talk about them. Wow, I gotta stop clicking off the screen. I think we fixed their problem. Oops. And my right click's not there, it goes. Cha-chingy! Did we put... Yay, we did it. Yeah, so... Like I said, I enjoy the series. This will be up, and then next week there'll be a ton of videos, including the NBAs. Once I finish NBA, hopefully after winning the championship, I want to do NHL. It's hockey. Not a lot of people are big into hockey. I wasn't. And I started watching someone do Let's Plays in the hockey game, and that, for some reason, that just, I guess, made me more aware of hockey in general. But I've been a big fan ever since. But, so I'm going to do a hockey series, because that game's really fun. It's like basketball, where it's fast-paced, and not a lot of break in the pace, I guess. So that's coming. Thinking about doing something else. Maybe a Star Trek game. Show off my really nerdy side a little bit. I may do that. Might have a little teaser video or something. Just decide what to play. None of the new games, because the game that was based off the movie was good as a game, but bad as... I don't know. Just something. My wife and I played that one. She's not as Trekkie as I am, but it was a co-op game, so she played it with me. I didn't really like it. There's Star Trek Online now, which is like World of Warcraft for Star Trek. I was excited about that until I found out how it plays. It had the makings of being an awesome game, because there was ship combat and infantry style combat. But if they made it like a third-person shooter, and then when you go to space, it'd be like a third-person ship shooter or something, it would have been cool. But unfortunately, it's one of those, you click whatever ship, you click what attack you want to do, you click, you know, what weapon you want to use, you click what position you're standing in, and it's just like, you click, that's all you do. There's no actual running around, moving, you know, dodging, ducking, no skill involved. It's just clicking and leveling up, and I don't like that type of game. But there were two games that I was into that would have been the best of both worlds. There was a first-person shooter called Star Trek Elite Force. It was based in the Voyager universe, and Star Trek Bridge Commander, which was set in the Next Generation universe, where you play a ship captain, and it had a cool you're the captain type gameplay, but there was also online and like quick battle, where you basically do all the functions of the ship yourself. So it's like a third-person flight sim game, which is pretty cool. So I don't know, I may look into one of those. Lots more Car Mechanic Simulator. Lots of things to talk about. I'm busy and tired. A lot of that lately. But so you got lots of this stuff coming. I'm looking into a few other things. Lots of I have hundreds of games probably that I could do. Just I start a series and then want to start another one, but I can't because I have series already. So I mean, I'm set content-wise for years, so that's a good thing, I guess. If you want to stay around and hang out with me for a few years, I'll be here. So let's check out this RO real quick. I'm back. My wife uses a sat-nav when she visits her mother, but it doesn't tell her about the quality of roads. It takes her on the worst roads I've ever seen. The suspension is a mess. You know what to do, thanks. So his wife broke something in the suspension. So when we get back to this, we'll do suspension test in here, and that should tell us what's messed up, and we'll be good to go from there. We have repeat customers too. That's good. That's always a good thing when you're working in an actual dealership. or shop or anything, that you make an impact on your customers, so much so that when something happens to their car, you're the first person they think of and bring it back to you. Even if you have a shop full of like 6 guys, if people come in and say, I want Jolo to work on my car, or I want so-and-so to work on my car, that's a good thing. I don't have people call me Jolo. People at work don't actually know I do this. I kind of like to keep it that way. But not that it's shameful or anything, but I'm one of those types that likes to keep work and business, or sorry, scratch that, tired, likes to keep business and pleasure separate. So, you know, I don't tell them, they don't talk to me about things, so that's just kind of the person I am. But I share it with you guys, so, you know, you should feel good that I'm sharing it with you guys, that I take my time out in the week to talk to you guys and go over some cars with you. And Cone Dodger, I guess he's my friend too, so, you know, I talk to him about stuff. But, oh, automation, that's it, that's what I was going to talk about. I've been having some requests to do automation. I really want to do that. I was debating what to do, because I considered doing just like some beastly builds in sandbox mode. But, you know, Cone Dodger has a series, and his whole series is pretty much in sandbox mode. But that's because he's done I think he did all of the challenges by himself, separately, like before he started doing videos on automation, and checking out the game. And I think that's when he did most of his. So it's kind of hard to go back and do something you've done once and already found the tricks to winning. So I might go run through the challenges. I got to spend some time beefing back up on that and remembering how to play. But so yes, I may be joining the automation world. I've played the game before. I did a multiplayer video with Cone Dodger. I didn't record that one. I think that was before I was recording, just kind of starting out, or before I started, because we were doing Formula 1 videos, I think, at the time. I don't know. Either way, that's that. That's the end of the episode. Make sure to like the video. It lets me know you enjoy it, and any feedback that you leave makes a world of difference. It lets me know, you know, what you're into, what you're not into, if you enjoy something, don't enjoy something. So make sure to do all that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go click the button. It just, anytime I come out with a video, it lets you know. I always have little taglines that go with it, something like that. So make sure to go do that. In the meantime, I'm going to bed. So good night to you all, and enjoy all my videos and wait for the next one. So bye bye.